Greetings. So I'm just gonna continue on from the other video. So, because I got to get this stuff out, I realized that a lot of this, again, I had a moment that I was looking in the mirror and I just got emotional, and it wasn't so much of the emotion, and I was like questioning, why am I crying? I realized that this was a world or a place or growing up in an environment where, seeing a man cry or seeing a man, tears flow is a sign of weakness. And I know it's not. Being that where I'm at now, I realize honoring the emotion and not realizing that I know that I am not the emotion, but I know that this is a part of this experience. Me, honoring that which has been pushed down. We have to realize, like, a lot of stuff has been pushed down for years. A lot of people that have been molested, a lot of people that has been touched on, a lot of, verbal, physical abuse, so many things generationally that has been passed on, that has been pushed down, not only in the woman's womb that has been carried, but also in our DNA, in who we are as a people. And one thing I realized, that I was telling another mother that, we've been in a society or in a place where lying our way through was a form of protection. How, you say? It's like people will do the very thing that they know that isn't in alignment, but in a sense, their intuition or their feeling, they may feel like, what, I gotta do what's right to feed my family. I gotta go out here and provide and do these things that, again, they know they don't love, but they do it because it's is it because they make him feel good, or lying or being dishonest was the norm? If you look at the world, I was sitting here just observing, and I'm like, violence, anything dysfunctional is entertaining. It's truly entertaining. And those that are becoming more in tune, such as myself, spiritually, and becoming aligned with source or nature, the creator, we know that in a world beyond this, or where we are now, nature shows us how everything lives in peace and harmony. Not until, just like if you look at the movie Avatar, notice that when certain things came in to cause destruction, what do you think? We are in this is the Amazon. Nature is the Amazon. But it's like, you don't see the reason why. It's like the world is so prone to the violence, to the dysfunction, to the like being in dis-ease or discomfort, not being really aligned, with life, not caring about anything. And it's like, I was expressing to this mother about, like, her daughter's, like, she's being called to nature because this is where she's finding peace. Away from the world, away from you. Because the world is keep trying to tell people how to be, what to do, what to eat, how to learn, do this, do that, do this. When you connect it to spirit, you're just being. Man, it's like y'all don't really see how mentally ill the world is right now. Because you became prone to the dysfunction, to the imbalance. You've created this shit in nature. Like on the other video, like, it's trash everywhere out here. Not realizing some way, somehow, whoa, I just saw 2 big fish. And it's so interesting how I'm about to speak about this. Like, how if the trash gets into the water, then the fish eats it. You want to talk about mass, then you throw the mass down, then the fish eats it. Then, something some way. And it's like, you don't know what it is to be in harmony with yourself. This is what you want to get into depth of, what spiritual enlightenment or your journey is all about. This is why I realize where we are, especially where a lot of us live, is you reconnecting with your ancestors. Is them showing you what it is to be in alignment, not only with source, with your being, with nature. So you can see how fucked up, cruel, and out of place harmony, the world is and has been. Such as with like our women. If you showing them and teaching them that they're not worthy, I was expressing to someone like, if you don't see the value in the daughter, then how the mother gonna see the value in herself? It's just how the royal energy, the mother, the son, the father, and the daughter. If we don't see the value in the daughter, this is why you see the attack on the little girls and so much stuff going there, because you're teaching them, such as these fucking celebrities and these people, again, like, people don't sit there and realize, like, you're teaching them to just, it's all about sex. It's all about, exporting yourself. It's all about, dressing up, looking like this or looking like that. These people don't know the value of spirit. They don't know the value of themselves. Because they don't even want their daughters or other people listening to that. This is entertainment. It's all a show. But, see, when we look at a tree, when we look at the nature, we see the feminine aspect being displayed, the roots, the darkness. We see the feminine energy being displayed. Underneath, you don't see the water that's causing, I'll say the word chaos, but it's actually creating. The water is actually making its way through everything, helping, nurture everything. No matter how much people want to try to control water, you cannot control nature. You can try your best. And see, that's no difference in what the world has tried to do through technology, to do all these things. This is why our ancestors connect with us, our indigenous ancestors, or, native, or, whatever you want to call it. This is why why we're connected to all these things. Speaking to my grandfather, I'm like, yo, if you knew your ancestors or spirit, that came before you were indigenous, why do you keep calling yourself these things, these titles? Why do you keep, responding and acknowledging that? So I would be denying the truth about who I am, and if I didn't live out or continue to live that legacy. It's not so much, I got to go out here and just, live as they did. No, I am the continuance and the reminder of that. We have to acknowledge the fact, though, we're obligated to the land when we are heirs or a continuance of who our ancestors are. It's just when we don't see the value in the daughter, the character, and then the father being the protector of the spirit, and then the son being, does what it does, the son, S-O-N, being the power to illuminate everything. Mama, the mother being the source of everything, the soul aspect, the water. Again, water touches everything. It keeps everything nurtured. It's in nutrients. That's why our ancestors honor the water. They honor the land. They knew the importance of water, because we all need it to survive. So this is where, again, the elements comes into play. You have the mother, the son, and then you have the father, the daughter. So how's that play into us? Like, if you see from the physical perspective, it's how, when the father is removed from a dynamic, it's how that, again, causes the mother to be the protector, the provider, and to smother the son. And so then she neglects the daughter. So the daughter doesn't, have the guidance from the father, the protection from the father, to even know who she is and what she needs to be in this world. And that's why I'm able to connect with the daughters and the mothers, and realizing to restore the balance, the royal energy, of, me standing in the power of the son, to resurrect the father, the protector, the spirit. Then to see the value in the daughter, to know, guess what? Daughter Earth. To see the importance of, our daughters need to be loved. They need to see the beauty within them inside. And if the father isn't there, or the dad has been removed, you see that action, or you see that displayed in the mother. You see the relationship dynamic. This is why you see the mother pushes the daughter away in certain moments. And it's why you're seeing mothers, little girls having kids so young, because they're in this whole mindset that, by my father not being there, the dad not being there, or even if he is present, let's say the father's not emotionally available. A lot of this stuff has to do with, it goes back to the roots of everything, the darkness. And it goes back to the waters, which we come from the water, in which we're born from the waters. This is how Mama Universe, the universe connects us all. So the knowledge now, we're obtaining and receiving deeper knowledge and receiving the, learning the blueprint of all of this. So I tell y'all, stop denying your gifts. You have a message. You are here purposely. You are all playing a role. Everyone's playing a role. And so this is why it's important for our daughters, the moon child, to know that, you don't have to be hidden. We see you. We value you. If you have a dad in your life, just know that I say it's a difference between a father and a dad. A father spiritually is going to protect all daughters, or he's going to be in a way to see that all kids are connected in a way. I feel like that's what our ancestors, the ancient ones, would see, is that they look past color, they look past the creed. They saw that the mothers would be the caretakers, or be, the ones that, again, the mama kept everything together. Behind a strong man, there's a strong woman. Or in a sense, like, there's many perceptions to how people want to perceive it, the man being who he is. All I'm saying is we all play a major part in this. And if you look at the world, look at how the confusion and the misleading of, the guidance of how our daughters are being led. Some of them, like, they just want to feel loved and appreciate it and accept it. It's not even really, if you're teaching them about material wealth and not to value themselves, then how can you blame her when she's going out there seeking those things? Because if everything you're teaching and guiding them can, if you overindulge or give them too much of anything, it'll destroy them. Rather than you teaching them to see the beauty within themselves, their true identity, their essence. Rather than trying to convince them to be a part of this world when the world is not going to love you more than you love you, my love. You are a reflection of love. You are a reflection of God, source, the creator. When you look at nature, when I look at everything, I am a reflection. I'm looking at a reflection of myself. This is why I'm able to have compassion for certain people, because I'm like, some of these adults, you can call them adults, but they're still wounded. They still don't even accept. They're still living out conditioning and programming. And this is to some of us, we need to know this. Like, there is nothing to say to them no more. They're just a part of, some may call it a major. They're just a part of, what it is. Some of them, I realize, even some elders or certain people, they're still living they haven't even accepted certain things in their past. They're still living out the 60s and 50s or whatever it is dynamics. They're still living certain shit out, man. It's nothing you can change about a lot of this. This is why the youth is so vital. If you serve the youth will serve you. Everybody out here doing all this, trying to accumulate all this so-called, this illusion of wealth and all this money and stuff like this. And they don't even realize, like, you forgetting about the community, the youth. I don't got to show y'all what I'm doing sometimes, but trust, like, it's my actions. I don't have to say a fucking word. Those that know or that been around me, and spirit removed, it's because they wasn't aligned. You can't put on a mask for spirit. You got to keep on moving. It's about how many hearts you're going to touch. I'm satisfied. I'm truly satisfied because I'm living out my legacy. I don't have to bullshit with nobody. And you know, I realize this path is what it is. I got to accept it for what it is. I got to accept what was given to me and keep it moving. Because all this shit comes and it goes. Why would I get attached to something, again, that I cannot take nothing with me? So what are you going to do? You can't hide no more. Nobody can hide from spirit, man. Y'all gonna see it eventually. Like, these folks, like, you seeing it now. They gotta put on a show. They gotta put on the entertainment. Get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? Love on yourself. Love that aspect of yourself that makes you who you are. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Some of us, you gotta know it's gonna be it's not so much, it's not difficult. Some of you, you know, you gotta accept that, like, this path is gonna feel, it's not lonely. You just gotta learn to enjoy your own company, enjoy yourself. And then the right people will come along. But for the most part, you know, I realize that this being to myself sometimes is the best thing. Then I go out there and celebrate with other people. Then it's balance. It's being neutral. It ain't never personal. It's just vibration. You know, I trust people to be who they are. You know, a lot of stuff is changing, and a lot of healing is happening. A lot of beauty, man. It's truly divine. I couldn't even put it into words. Like, look at this. It's truly divine. That's my spiel. Peace and greeting. Shalom. I love y'all. Love yourself.